boys and girls, Mrs. Sadowski here with another day of Love That Dog and some poetry and figurative language. So let's get started today by looking at the poem Street Music. It's written by Arnold Adolph, and as I read this, I want you to see if you notice any of the things that we've been talking about so far in poetry, or if you notice anything else. All right, so here we go. This city, the always noise grinding up from the subways underground, slamming from bus tires and taxi horns and engines of cars and trucks and all vocabularies of clash, flash, screeching, hot metal language combinations. As planes overhead roar, an orchestra of rolling drums and battle blasts assaulting my ears with the always noise of this city. Street music. Seems to me like this person must live in a very busy city. I'm picturing like downtown LA or maybe in New York, picturing large, tall skyscrapers and just all kinds of stuff going on. And I'm noticing that they also used some spaces in between some of the letters within their words, and then others are very close together. Some are really stretched out and all by themselves. So I've noticed lots of different things going on just with the look of how this is. It's almost like the author wanted us to feel like that up and down as though it were music playing. When I read through this poem, I didn't catch any rhyme. I didn't see any alliteration where we have that repetition of the starting sound. And I didn't notice any similes. And those were the things that we were talking about last week. I do, however, notice that in here we have the word clash, flash, and screeching. These words remind me of onomatopoeia. Onomatopoeia is where you have a word that sounds like a sound. Okay, clash. I'm picturing things like, not going well together, right? When they clash. Screeching. You picture those tires like peeling out kind of a thing, or, coming to a stop. So that's something I noticed with this. Let's see what Jack has to say, because we know our dear friend Jack and Love That Dog. He's always got some opinion on things, right? So here we go. February 15th. I like that poem we read today about street music in the city. My street is not in the middle of the city, so it doesn't have that loud music of horns and trucks, clash, flash, screech. My street is on the edge of a city, and it has quiet music most of the time. Wisp, meow, swish. My street is a thin one, with houses on both sides, and my house is the white one with the red door. There is not too much traffic on my street, not like in the middle of a city. We play in the yards, and sometimes in the street, but only if a grown-up or the big kids are out there too. And they will shout, "Car!" if they see a car coming down our street. At both ends of our street are yellow signs that say, "Caution, children at play." But sometimes the cars pay no attention and speed down the road as if they are in a big hurry with many miles to go before they sleep. I noticed that Jack is using a lot of the same techniques of the other poets that his teacher has been reading. I see that he's using capital letters and kind of shaping the words to form images. He did that with thin. He also did that with loud to really bring some things to life. When people shout car, he did that in, looks like an italicized font. Same thing for caution, children at play, kind of making those things stand out a little bit more. I also notice that he uses onomatopoeia. He has wisp, meow, and swish. And he says it's quiet music. I think of wisp as like maybe a cool breeze and you hear like the leaves rustle. Or meow, a little cat on the sidewalk. Or swish, could be the cat's tail, but it could also be the sound of a basketball as it goes through the hoop, right? So these are sound words. They're onomatopoeia. And Jack is, talking about these cars being in big hurries with many miles to go. Very interesting. Well, let's talk more about onomatopoeia, because that's our focus of today. Your slide is going to look like this. What is an onomatopoeia? Well, onomatopoeia is a word that sounds like its meaning. For example, creak, or buzz, splash, cackle, vroom, ding, splat, rustle, squish, clink, hiss, pop. Those are sound words. Those are onomatopoeia. And I know, onomatopoeia, very long word, right? Don't worry about that. It's not going to show up on a spelling test this year, at least. Okay? What we want to focus on are, can we find these onomatopoeia words? And tomorrow, we're hoping you'll be able to use some in your writing. So in this first part, it says drag the green rectangle to highlight the onomatopoeia in each sentence. You may have to change the size of the rectangle. So we have the dishes crash to the floor. Well, the is not a sound word. Dishes are just dishes. Crashed, that could be sound. To, boring. The, boring. Floor, just a thing. So definitely crashed is that sound word. So you're just going to drag that little rectangle over. It doesn't have to be perfect. When you click off, voila! You've got crashed now highlighted to show that it's the word that is onomatopoeia. So you'll do that for the rest of that section. Then on part B, you're going to use these words right here to fill in these blanks. So we have honking, crunchy, splash, swashed, zip, buzzing, sizzling, clapped, pop, and rustling. So the honeybees were blink around the hive. Were they honking? That makes me think of them driving little cars. Honk, honk, beep, beep, beep. I don't think they're doing that. The honeybees were crunchy around the hive. Ooh, that doesn't paint a nice picture. So you're going to go through thinking which word would be the best sound word to put with honeybees. And if you're thinking buzzing like I am, you are correct. So you would just type in buzzing, and of course you would use correct spelling because it's right there on the page for you. Once you click off the box, voila, you have your answer in place. So there you go, boys and girls. I wish you all the best.